You ever hear this story about two men building a house? One decides he wants to build on sand. Can you believe that? Sand. The other, he decides he wants to build on rock. And guess what? When the storm comes, the man who built his house on the sand is left with nothing. The other man, he's living just fine. Just goes to show how important your foundation is. Same goes for kids like me. In this crazy world, we need a strong foundation. Did you know that my brain's capacity develops 90% before I reach 5 years old? My mind is just crazy at the stage. And if I don't get the right kind of foundation, it will affect me the rest of my life. I need people to guide me academically, spiritually, and socially to set me on the right course. And foundations is just a place where I can get that. So when the storms come in my life, I can stand strong.
After working in Fairfield with all of the other ministries around here, all starting at kindergarten and up, and watching the difficulties that they were having, especially with the children academically, that's when the Lord kind of put together that I knew that if we could catch them before they felt behind in that 0 to 3, 0 to 5 time frame, that we could come alongside and work with them and get them ready so by the time they get to the next phase, they can go above and beyond to help them meet their full potential.
And if we want to talk about brain research, it tells us that what happens with the brain from 0 to 3 is crucial. And I've been an educator for 25 years, so I get to see it from kindergarten all the way to 12th grade. And there's something about that early childhood that if they are prepared, you know it right off the bat.
So we started with one 4K class in Restoration Academy. We stayed with them for 2 years with one class. And we had been working with Dr. Conslin in the Fairfield City Schools. And in our 3rd year, we came over here and we were able to add a 3K class.
Each morning at Foundations, we begin our day with God, of course. We sing worship songs, they learn Bible stories, and it's just a wonderful time of the day before going into the classroom. The rest of the day, of course, there's large group and small group opportunities. Although they're playing, we always say it's learning through play. It's adapted to where we follow those Alabama state standards. So each and every standard that the child would have to know before they go to kindergarten, they're learning that in the 4K classrooms. And we adapted it so that the 3K students are doing the same thing. So students are playing, but they're learning all the different skills they need to succeed in life.
I'm seeing more and more students from the neighborhood get access to a quality Christian education earlier and earlier in their life. This is building a foundation, and it's allowing them to experience Jesus at an earlier age, but it's also allowing them to build their education foundation so that when they do get to K through 12 school at Restoration Academy or at other schools, they're more prepared than they would have ever been.
My children's name is Kamari and Antoine Stockdale. They're twins. I love my kids with all my heart, and I just don't trust them with just anybody. And it's a blessing to be able to take your child somewhere and they're just literally excited and happy, can barely stop your car from them trying to jump out the car.
My water broke with Christian at 28 weeks. I was in the hospital approximately 2.5 weeks before he came, and they told me that Christian would not talk. His birth was something that probably should have been a Lifetime movie. It came just that fast. He was preached. Next thing I know, I heard 1, 2, 3 again. 1, 2, 3 again. And I'm like, what are they counting for? My baby coded during birth. So from him to go from 1, 2, 3 again to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God will turn anything around. He will turn. He took those 3 numbers that he counted when he was born, and he's multiplied it because my baby can count to 30 now. This is a child that they said would never talk, yet he's coming home with all these different phrases, all these different songs, recognizing letters. I love it. I absolutely love it.
We work with the families in a variety of different ways, formally and informally. Twice a month we have opportunities for them to come to bring the whole family. We all have dinner together, and the parents get to hear different speakers come in to talk about how to help their child succeed.
There's so many opportunities for us parents to get involved in foundations. Twice a month we have meetings to help the parents and students come together to help each other learn. It gives us parents some ideas, skills, and ways to improve on our children's learning, give us techniques to communicate with our children. It's more so of like a community that's coming together than rather just the school.
Even for the parents, it's a place of peace. How can your heart not change when you come in that school? How can you not feel the presence of the Lord in that school?
If we come in and just work with a child and then they go back home to that same environment where healthy lifestyles, reading the Lord aren't reinforced, we've made an impact, but not the same impact that we can make if now the whole family is paying attention to all of the Lord has for them. We don't want to just have very smart children come out of this program who can do well academically or hold fabulous jobs, but we do want them to know about the Lord, to seek Him first and His kingdom and His righteousness, and all the rest will be given to them.
That's when you start building these communities. Once you build the foundations in each family, now you're building the foundation in the whole community.
Foundations is more than just the children, it's about the families. And once you impact the children, then you impact the families, then you impact the community. And as long as we're doing our part, loving on these kids and showing them the love of Jesus, that will just change the whole city of Fairfield. I look at the kids here as my babies. My hope is just that we touch their little hearts. They grow up and continue to know Christ and make Christ known.
If you teach a man how to fish, that man's gonna always eat. And that's what I see foundations doing. They're teaching people how to fish, not just feeding them, not just giving the fish to them. So imagine if you could take the people from within the community and give them a better opportunity through education. So yes, that breaks the cycle, because now they can build upon that, and that changes lives from within.